Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wolf's Den. This afternoon, we got Mr. Jon Cyr in the studio with us. How you doing today, John?
I'm doing all right.
Excellent. Great to have you in today. So, John, you're a local Sackville boy, Lucasville Road area, all your life?
Yeah, I grew up here. First 17 years of my life, I think, was in Lucasville. And then I moved to Lower Sackville.
Moved from the woods to the big city.
To the heart of Sac Vegas.
There you go. Well, you can't be too upset about that. I love living in Sac Vegas.
Same here.
So, John, yeah, you got 3 kids, 14, 15, and 5. That's all right into the hockey, keeping you going.
Oh, yeah. Busy chasing them around the rinks.
Yes. Now they all play competitive.
Yeah, except the 5-year-old, although he is pretty competitive.
Yeah, well, you're just waiting for next year for that.
Yeah.
So you've been playing music since you were a teenager?
Yeah, 14 years old, I started learning how to play guitar.
You figured out that it would get you girls.
Well, that's one reason, I guess.
But you did spend a lot of time in your youth going to bluegrass festivals and stuff with your folks?
Yes, that's true. We traveled around every weekend. We were going to a different festival here and there, and just the influence of all that around me kind of led me to the music scene.
So while all the other kids at the festival were off running around playing, you were sitting listening?
Yeah, I was usually hanging around with the 60 and 70-year-olds.
Yeah, was there anybody back then that was a real big influence for you?
Well, there was this one young fella from New York. He was pretty influential. He grabbed the attention of a lot of the people at the festival, including the ladies, of course.
As he says with a grin.
Justin Greenwood was his name, actually.
Yes, and after that, now what kind of music were you drawn to at that age? Were you drawn to the bluegrass, or?
Yeah, I started out really focused on the bluegrass and country music. Actually, the first song I ever learned was Yard Sale by Sammy Kershaw.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of where it all started.
And it went from there.
Yeah, strumming down, up, you know, the strum patterns.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's a hard thing to do, to learn to play. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, finally. So you've been lucky enough to play around the Sackville area quite a bit lately.
Yeah, in the past couple of years, I've been playing at the Beaverbank Station. It's on Beaverbank Road there, and the Freemans on Sackville Drive. And
now, the Beaverbank Station must hold a little bit of a special place for you. I guess your first official gig was at your dad's birthday party?
Yeah, he kind of forced me to get out of the basement and stop playing for nobody, and he called up the station on his own and said, "Listen, I'm having a birthday party for myself at the station, and I'd like for my son to be playing for the party on the patio," and it just kind of stemmed from there. And that was before the station had live music, and I think they saw it as a good thing, and I definitely see it as an opportunity for me.
I guess. And you've got one CD out, and you've got another one in the works.
Yeah.
And Precious Are My Children.
That's right.
That's one of your CDs? That's your first CD?
That's my first and only, yeah.
That's recorded. The one that's out yet. Well, it's not the only. There's another one in the fire here. So.
Yeah, there's one, brewing.
So Precious Are My Children now, and you wrote that?
Yeah, I did write that song, Precious Are My Children. It was, it was one of these nights in the basement, just sitting down, and I thought I'd get a little inspirational and try to put some of my thoughts on paper, and there it was.
So, how does that process work for you? Do you have a set pattern when it comes to writing a song? Do you pick the melody first and then the words, or do you do the words and then the music, or does it go in different ways?
It does go differently sometimes. Like that song there, for instance, it was more of a poem that I wrote, it seemed. But then I kind of put the melody to it. Other times when I'm writing, I try to have the guitar in my hand while I'm thinking it out, so I get a feel for where I'm going.
Now, do you have a set time when you write, or do you just when it comes?
Do you remember I said I had 3 kids?
Yeah, that's right.
So it's when everybody goes to bed.
Yeah.
Usually I have to do it at a low volume in the basement, so I'm not waking everybody up at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. 2 o'clock in the morning, strumming the guitar with a new song. That sounds very, very, very familiar to me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get ready now. We're going to listen to Precious Are My Children and Leave Me Alone Mr. Jon Cyr's album right here at CIOE 97.5, your community radio station.
My heart is made of stone, my tears too cold to fall. In the silence here she left me with the memories on the wall. As I grip onto my pillow and wipe my weeping face, I look down into the hallway and the footprints I retrace. The sadness and the anger are fueled by little things. Too often when we argue, off goes your wedding ring. When we look at what we've been through and the battle's still ahead, the memories erase the sadness and the hurtful things we've said. So precious are my children, to my heart I hold them dear, and blessed are the moments in life we get to share. My hands are tied behind my back, what's left for me to do? You've taken away my everything, and what's left of me and you. With yesterdays forgotten and years we can't replace, the shades of gray are showing through, but change I still embrace. The children are all grown up now, they stop in now and then to see the memories on the wall, and then they're gone again. So precious are my children, to my heart I hold them dear, and blessed are the moments in life we get to share. My hands are tied behind my back, what's left for me to do? You've taken away my everything, and what's left of me and you. You've taken away my everything, and what's left of me and you. your hillbilly daddy, I'm packing and gonna be gone. Well, we never got along, I guess we never. I'm saying so long that ought to give you a thrill. Why don't you leave me alone? Why don't you leave me alone? Well, your hillbilly daddy is packing and he's gonna be gone. We're going to jumping out on the 21. Ain't looking for trouble, just gotta have fun. Why don't you leave me alone? Why don't you leave me alone? Well, I'm your hillbilly daddy, I'm packing and I'm gonna be gone. You want a sensitive sissy who claims he's a man, not a hillbilly singer in a five-piece band. Why don't you leave me alone? Why don't you leave me alone? Well, your hillbilly daddy is packing and he's gonna be gone. The last night you told me I ain't worth a dime. Well, don't worry, honey, 'cause I'm leaving this time. Why don't you leave me alone? Why don't you leave me alone? Well, I'm your hillbilly daddy, I'm packing and I'm gonna be gone. Yeah, I'm your hillbilly daddy, I'm packing and I'm gonna be gone.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Wolf's Den. Today we have Mr. Jon Cyr. John, you have quite the way of proposing to your wife, you tell me.
Yeah, we headed down to Nashville after I had won a trip with Frank and Nancy Lowe, and they really showed us around as much as they could in a jam-packed 4 days. And one of the stops was the Grand Ole Opry, where Minnie Pearl kind of made some notice about me while she came out to announce the show, and she came down to the front row and handed me the mic and said that I had something to say, and my wife didn't know it at the time, but Frank had it all set up, and I proposed to her right at the stairs of the Grand Ole Opry. It was a pretty amazing moment.
Excellent. And then after that, you got a little bit of a treat because you got to go and play yourself.
Yeah, that's right. He also had us set up at Tootsie's. I was able to sing a couple tunes back at the backstage of Tootsie's, and which there's so much history in that building. It's unreal, and just the whole experience was amazing.
I tell you, you've been blessed when it comes to the luck kind of thing here. We're going to talk some more a little bit later about some other of the good things that have happened in your life. But she said yes, obviously, and now you have 3 lovely children.
That's right.
And a hockey career.
Yeah, I'm hoping one of them will have a hockey career.
Yeah, for all the time that you're putting into the rink.
That's right.
Now, you were saying that you do like the smaller venue.
Yeah, I do play like the smaller venues, and I like doing pubs where I can get intimate with people, and like I really enjoy people.
That's where you get your energy.
Yeah, the energy is definitely from the people.
So house concerts wouldn't be out of the question for you?
No, I definitely do a lot of house parties and any kind of private shows. I like doing them.
And you do a lot of benefits too, don't you, John?
Yeah, well, as everybody in the community always comes together for things like that, actually, and I'm one of those people. Whenever somebody's fallen, I want to help them get back up,
Yeah, I understand. I hear you there. I try to do. I just did a benefit last weekend for a family that lost a little baby daughter. So I can understand with that. But good on you. Thank you very much, sir. We need more people like you in our community.
No problem.
So now you'd like to do some cover tunes. And you got a real eclectic mix of stuff here. You go from old country to new country to kind of rock and roll and everything in between.
Anything people want to hear, I'll play it if I know the melody. I just I try to please everybody, and I love all types of music myself. Actually, I do a little bit of DJing here and there, so every now and then you'll hear me play a little bit of rap music at the end of my shows.
Oh yeah,
because I like, my wife likes to dance to that stuff, and
okay.
So I go all over the map, and I do what I got to do to entertain people. I guess that's what it's all about.
Well, I wish you camped, because you're definitely the guy you want to have around the fire. Like, hey, can you play this? Sure.
Yeah, that's right.
But you'll have to think about that. Get yourself a cheap camper and come along with us.
Yeah.
Come out to the festivals. That's where I guess it's not where all the fun is, but there's an awful lot of fun to be had.
Yeah, I remember. I keep reminiscing on those days of the bluegrass festivals and country festivals with my parents, and it's one of the things that I'd love to be able to give my kids.
Yeah, I don't think I could live without it, to tell you the truth. So we're going to take a listen to Folsom Prison Blues and The Leaves Mustn't Fall. Now, two classics from two different sides, really, a country.
Yeah, that's right. Well, oftentimes I go to these talent shows at the Acadia Hall and Kinsman Center, and when I go there, I have a set couple songs that I plan on playing, and usually by the time I get to the stage, enough people request other songs that they make up their own playlist for me.
So your playlist goes out the door, and theirs comes in. Well, good on you for being flexible like that. That's not easy to do.
Well, it's all about being for the people, and they like these songs, so that's kind of why I play whatever people like.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to listen to Folsom Prison Blues and The Leaves Mustn't Fall from Mr. Jon Cyr right here on CIOE 97.5, your community radio station.
I hear the train coming, it's rolling around the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps rolling on down to San Antonio. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't you ever play with guns. I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. In a fancy dining car, probably drinking coffee and smoking fast cigars. I know I had it coming, I know I can't be free. But those people keep moving, and that's what tortures me. If that railroad train was mine, I bet I'd move it all a little further down the line. Far from Folsom Prison, that's where I want to stay. And I let that lonesome whistle go my blues away. I saw a little fellow, he was sitting all alone, catching leaves as they came tumbling down. The leaves mustn't fall, oh no, they mustn't fall. I'm tying the leaves so they will stay. I lost my mom and dad, now sister is all I have. Don't let the autumn leaves take her away. My little sister's 7 and such a pretty thing, as pretty as a picture on the wall. The doctor came last summer and said that she would die when all the leaves had turned and start to fall. The leaves mustn't fall, oh no, they mustn't fall. I'm tying the leaves so they will stay. I lost my mom and dad, now sister's all I have. Don't let the autumn leaves take her away. Now won't you help me, mister? Won't you help me tie the leaves? We'll tie them on the branches, good and strong. And if we tie them tightly, we can keep my sister here and show that doctor man that he was wrong. The leaves mustn't fall, oh no, they mustn't fall. I'm tying the leaves so they will stay. I lost my mom and dad, now sister's all I have. Don't let the autumn leaves take her away. Don't let the autumn leaves take her away.
The Den, ladies and gentlemen, with Mr. Jon Cyr. Now, John, you've been hard at work getting a new CD put together, and you're working on it as we speak.
Yeah, my buddy Mike Robar and I have been throwing together some ideas and collaborating on a few things, and he's writing some songs and I'm writing some, and it's actually kind of cool because Mike's a good buddy of mine, and it's a joy to be hanging out with him because he's a hoot.
Well, there you go. It's always fun to hang out with somebody when you can do what you need to do but still have fun doing it.
That's right.
Now, John, there's some songs on this CD that are kind of personal, and there's some other ones that are inspirational, I suppose, or came from someplace else. But now you've written a song called Superheroes, and we're going to hear that this set coming up. But why don't you tell us a little bit about Superheroes and what that means to you and where it came from?
Well, the Superheroes song actually came from another benefit type thing where a family from our hockey community was told that their son has leukemia, and like just seeing everybody come together for these people in our community is amazing, and just some of the inspiration of watching hockey moms come together to be managers and trying to figure out how they can organize a benefit to raise money for these people, this family is, and it just brought this song to my mind, and I put it down. So tell us a little bit about Superheroes itself, like. It talks about how everyday people become superheroes when they're
when the chips are down.
Yeah, when the chips are down and somebody needs people, everybody comes together, and that's no secret in our community because I don't know if anybody was at the memorial game for Riley Sears. That was another really inspirational time for me, seeing the community come together. And
you wrote a song about that as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I did write Right Here With Me is actually a song that was kind of inspired by that event, and also events that have happened in my life as well. So anytime people lose somebody young, it's
I know some of Riley's family.
Yeah,
and it was devastating at the time. But you're right, John. The community of Sackville is known. Well, actually, all of the Maritimes are known for coming together and helping out when the chips are down. Now, Right Here With Me. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, that song is written about when the good die young. Really, it's I had a brother who passed early, and it's kind of put a ripple in my whole life, really. And it's only recently my dad's been kind of getting over that, and so I know exactly where you're coming from there, my friend, and my heart goes out to you and anybody else that's been through the same situation, as unfortunately many of us have. So now you've also got Chasing the Lights, another song you wrote. That one's actually written by Mike Robar.
Okay.
He kind of put on my shoes for a minute, and it's like he wrote the song from my perspective. It talks about packing up a minivan full of music gear when the kids aren't in it, and not being able to see the kids at night because I'm busy gigging and touring around to the different pubs and stuff. So it's kind of a funny little song, but he kind of wrote it from my perspective. And
did he hit it on the head?
He did, actually. Yeah, it was quite an experience listening to a song that somebody wrote. I didn't even know he had wrote it about me until I got halfway through the song, and I said, "Wait a minute."
You wrote this about me.
Yeah.
Get out of my head.
Yeah, this song sounds familiar.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and that's one of the things I think that people don't really take into consideration is the sacrifices that musicians make.
Yeah,
you're out there, at the prime time when your kids are around and awake.
Yeah.
And you're out in a bar,
Don't forget my wife who stays home.
Yes, and your wife that has to stay home and look after the kids as well.
Takes care of the home.
Yeah.
Home base while I'm away too. So.
Well, if your house is anything like mine, it wouldn't survive without that part of it, the female part of it in the doorway.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife keeps me going. It's only her and I. I don't know what we do with anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 songs off of Jon Cyr's latest album, Chasing the Lights and Superheroes, right here on CIOE 97.5, your community radio station.
Coast every night. they got the news about their child no one should have to hear. The confusion in their hearts and minds poured out amongst their tears. So many questions now to answer. Are they in this fight alone? Just when your world seems helpless, there's a soft voice on the phone. Superheroes, just everyday kind of folks, pulled together to help a family cope. Superheroes, not the kind you think. Friends and neighbors come together to give a family home. Evil villain in the darkness, and he's creeping up on you. It's not your average bad guy when you think the fight is through. Superheroes surround their family, everyday people, as far as I can see. Superheroes, no shields, no swords, no sticks. Doctors and nurses come together to see what they can fix. Times like these, you always need your friends. It's nice to know how much they care. Everyday people do extraordinary things. That's why we call them superheroes. Just a mother and a dad fight back the tears, although we know they're sad. Superheroes forced to step up to the plate with no bat in hand to hit the ball. They can't control their fate. Yeah, with no bat in hand to hit the ball, they can't control their fate.
In the Wolf's Den today, we've got Jon Cyr. Now, Jon, you've got another song coming up on your CD here called I Can't Dance, written again by Mr. Mike Robar. And at the end, we're going to listen to Right Here With Me. Both of those songs at the end of the show. So, I Can't Dance.
Oh, it's gonna have you dancing, all right.
Is it?
Yeah, it's I had a lot of fun recording that one with Mike. Actually, we came up with a clever way to end it, and it was spur of the moment, but it's pretty fun. It's
something
a fun
worthwhile
song
to listen to then.
Oh yeah, it's I don't do many upbeat songs, so it's nice to have a few upbeat ones on this CD.
Yeah, well, we don't want to cry in our beer all night.
That's right.
So, speaking about uplifting, you just had the opportunity to basically spend a couple of days, really, like quite a bit of time, with Johnny Reid, and not only that, he got you up on the stage to sing a song with him at the Scotiabank Center.
Yeah,
Tell us about that. Give us the rundown on that story. It's kind of cool.
Well, actually, it started at the CCMAs where I got to meet him for rehearsals, and the guy is just so down to earth, and he's like everything you want in yourself and your kids. You want them to be that, right? He's so full of love, and he gives it to everybody. Like, it doesn't matter who you are coming up to the stage. He'll address every single person that comes to the stage, and it was just a moving experience. So
and he kept singling you out. He had his eye on you all day.
Yeah, he said my first name a few times after. So
and you came home. You heard a song that he did. You came home. You taped it. You came home. You did a cover of it. You posted it before he even posted, and he liked it.
He actually shared it on his Facebook and Instagram. Said, "Go check out Jon Cyr doing a cover of my song." It was the song called "What Love Is All About." What his tour name was. And he is what love is all about. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, well, that's what I say now. And some good things came out of that video for you.
Well, yeah, I was able to. My wife posted it the night of the show, and what happened was, overnight it was at like 100,000 views. It was growing so fast, and like right now it's at 240,000 views, and it's been getting me a lot of attention with like people are trying to add me to Facebook that I don't even know, and they're commenting saying how they loved it and I did a great job. So it's been good for my confidence, but at the same time it also opened up some other doors with a clothing company called Large Lad Clothing. He contacted me and said that he'd like for me to wear some of his clothes on stage and stuff, and I'm all about promoting local. And
he's a local guy.
He's a local guy. He has an online store, and he's been sponsoring me some clothing and stuff to wear, and
that's a pretty dapper shirt you got on there. Then that's what he is. So
yeah,
if that's what his clothes look like, it looks like it's pretty comfortable.
Oh, it's a great clothing line, and I mean for a big guy, it's often hard to find clothes that fit, and so that's where he's kind of zoning in on the things that fit and giving bigger guys a more wide selection of clothing. So it's great.
It's about time somebody looked after the big guys, don't you think?
Yeah, that's right. Besides the restaurants.
Yeah,
they're always looking after us.
Well, yeah, they look after us real good. Yeah, except they say, stay all day. You eat, you go home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I got my moo-moo, so I'm good to go. So now you got stuff coming up in the future. You got your CD that you're working on.
Yep.
You're going to get that finished. And then you're going to get a hold of us and let us know where and when we're going to be able to see you play that release.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it. And up until then, I'm just going to keep doing my live shows at Beaverbank Station, Freeman's Sackville. I'm also doing Freeman's Quinpool and Freeman's Fairview as well.
Well, the face of Freeman's.
There you go. And there's also a new spot in Larry Utech called Butcher's Block Pub and Grill. I'm going to be going there on May 20th.
And they're going to be sponsoring local talent and having...
Yeah, they're going to have live music there. And
well, great. We want as many places we can get playing live music in Metro. We want them.
Yeah.
As long as they're paying.
That's right. We're well known for it here in the East Coast and having great music, and I appreciate every opportunity I get to share my music with people, and this radio station has really brought some of that to the community as well, so I appreciate that.
Well, we're really happy to have you, and we're happy that you're in our community, and I want to thank you very much for coming in today.
No problem.
It's been a great day. And
actually, I forgot to mention one important fact. Owen Davis was my third cousin.
Yeah, I read that in your bio, so you're kind of coming home.
Yeah, that's right, and it's nice to see his station getting up and running here, and I know it was a dream that he had, and a few of his close friends kept it going, and it's really nice to see that happen.
Well, you know what? I'm really, really happy to be a part of that, and I'm happy to bring in one of his family members to come on a show here today in the station that he wanted to have so bad. So thank you very much for that, John. I wish you all the best.
I appreciate it.
And we're certainly looking forward to having you back in the den after you get your CD out there.
Excellent.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, you can get a hold of John
on Facebook at Jon Cyr-Music. So it's pretty easy to find. And
yeah, get on there, ladies and gentlemen. Check it out. I'm sure there's a few videos there. You can see the Johnny Reed video if you haven't already seen it, with a couple of 100,000 people that have seen it.
Yeah.
And keep doing what you do, bud, and get out there. And I hope to see you at some bigger venues, because more people need to see you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Wayne Schnare. I want to thank Fraser, our student, in here today with our production, and Mr. Ron Goyes, who's my production manager at all times and keeps me on the straight and narrow. And I want to thank you for stopping into the Wolf's Den every Monday afternoon and making it a part of your day. And remember, be kind, be safe, and always, always hug the ones you love.
Skydive off a bridge, I can stand on the edge of a 50-foot bridge. I can style your hair really wild, make you look like a 67 rock and roll child. There's a lot of things that I know about that my two left feet haven't figured out. You can ask me to do anything. Well in advance, that the only thing I can't do is dance. Oh, I can't dance. I can make you laugh out loud. I can build you a house and then tear it down. I can even make the earth shake, but there's one confession that I have to make. There's a lot of things that I know about. Got some issues, but I never tried twerking them out. You could ask me to do anything. I can strum, I can pick, I can even sing. Take notice well in advance that the only thing I can't do is dance. Oh yeah, I can't dance. No, no, no. When I'm drinking out in the club, you ain't never gonna see me cut up a rug. You can ask me to do anything. I can strum, I can pick, I can even sing. Take notice well in advance that the only thing I can't do is dance. Oh yeah, I can't dance. I can't dance. No, I can't dance. I can't dance. Don't even ask me, 'cause I can't dance. I'll be up here at the bar if you need me. Yeah, hey Al, grab me a whiskey. I'm just gonna sit up here at the bar and, get faded. Billy Joel said it best when he said, only the good die young. Sometimes they go before their time and leave things left undone. Some days are good and some days bad. You know I really miss you, friend. When times get tough, I look up to the sky. Here's a message that I send. You got to shine a light on me. Look to the past to set me free. I got the memories found strength in